I'm in Mexico. Spoiler alert. And I wanted to wait a couple days till I moved out of where I was at, since it, you know, some shenanigans had been played by certain parties. One reason I moved into an Airbnb was so that I could move to another one very quickly in case I ever needed to do so. And since I don't have much property here with me anyway, and I have my truck with me. Another spoiler alert. If you saw or listened to the D-Live secret stream, you would have known that. But yeah, I have the truck here with me as well. And so I'm quite mobile around the Yucatan Peninsula in a little place called Merida. Not that little, actually. Quite a good-sized community. Big city, actually. And, you know, I was talking about this on Twitter, being a little tongue-in-cheek. But Merida is actually... There's about a 95% chance. If you're in a big city, it's almost guaranteed safer than where you live. Because Merida is actually, 2019 was the safest city out of the big cities in the North American continent. It's regularly in the top 5. So this is like one of the safest places that you can live in a big city in North America, actually. So it's not dangerous at all. I don't know if you can tell, but I do not still speak Spanish. You know, I picked up a little bit, a few phrases here and there. I do plan to take some classes eventually. I just honestly have not had the time. But that doesn't really hinder your ability to go about life in Merida almost at all. I mean, there's some, places here or there where it may come up, but it doesn't really. There are plenty of people, first off, who speak English. Most can kind of understand, then usually you could understand enough too if you know slight few things. You can get by. The roads, the cars, you drive the same way you drive here. There are a lot more roundabouts, and there's also like just massive speed bumps that they put in the middle of the road where you will slow down, or there's going to be some issues with your vehicle. Some of them are quite massive even. So that's a different thing that you have to get used to. Sure, some of the roads are a little bit, maybe not quite as nice as American roads, but it's not that far off. If you've driven in some places where, like I've driven in Richmond, etc., it's not like they're killing the game there in terms of highways and stuff. There's some shorter, when you're getting onto highways, sometimes it's shorter, stuff like that. But, other than that, it's not really that big a deal. And roundabouts that you have to. But once you get used to the roundabouts, honestly, I almost prefer them to lights now, because they're almost always, 99% of the time they're quicker than a light would be. Now sometimes they can be a little, treacherous depending on how many permutations it has. But you quickly kind of get used to those too. And honestly, I've been wanting to talk about this for months. The reason I pulled up this picture is I was basically taunting people that I lived in Mexico this whole entire time. It said MX on my screen on YouTube forever. I didn't even bother changing it because I didn't give a fuck. That bottle right there, you actually can't buy that kind of Coke in the United States. If you see where my hand is actually covering the Mexican government logos. They have logos on Cokes that say excessive calorios or whatever. Excessivo calories and sugar. It's like a big stop sign, 2 of them, and it says excess calories, excess sugar. And they don't sell those kind in the United States. And so that's why my hand. So I'm kind of taunting, but I'm also like wanting to. I want them to have enough doubt. And by the way, there were posts for days going back and forth, like this was only one you could get in Mexico, and then people, no, I could get it at the bodega. And look, it doesn't have those stickers, the ones that I'm hiding with my hand, and all this shit. And like that's what I wanted, right? And so I was sitting there laughing the whole time. Leave it to Harry Morris, the treacherous bastard, to be the one to out me. But I was laughing about the back and forth the whole time because I thought it was funny, because I thought it was pretty obvious I was in Mexico if you had any brains in your head. Because I kept talking about a big move. It took me 4 or 5 days to move. I came down once to scout out, the area. Who even does that? Like nobody fucking does that really for 2 whole weeks. Like what? You're just looking at the property for 2 fucking weeks and then you go back for a month and then come back. It doesn't even make any sense. whatsoever, unless you're moving to Mexico, and then it makes perfect sense. And at first, I didn't think I was going to be able to take my truck. Actually, that's a big process that you have to go through in order to do that. And they ended up letting me, the people who hold the lien, that pay the note to on my truck. So that was the whole process. Once that was secure, that kind of, as a car, that's right. That kind of changed for sugar, yeah. That kind of changed the game too, because I just drove my truck from Richmond all the way to Merida, which was with my dog and my cat, actually, which was a hell of a journey for sure. But I've been wanting to talk about it the whole time because I actually love this place. I don't regret moving at all. This is my favorite place to have lived, other than my hometown, which, I'm just nostalgic. I got a little nostalgia there, I guess. But this is by far the best place that I've lived, for sure. It's like an international city. It's got an international airport as well. We flew out to Cuba from here. All that shit.
The Stokes sent $5. We saludos the Ralph Humber.
Ralph Humber, thank you. The food is, I don't know if this is needless to say or not, but it is extremely good. It is extremely good, and there is good food pretty much everywhere, and it's like half price from what you would pay in the United States. Cost of living, well, I have this this graph here that I can pull up. Like I said, I've been wanting to talk about this for a while, so I was really just biting my tongue, quite honestly. Now, I didn't expect it to come out like this. It could have very well not come out for a long time, if not for treachery, but that's how it goes. I'm glad it did, because like I said, I wanted to talk about it anyway, and I felt like I'd already kind of, like I said, it was kind of obvious that I was here in the first place. But let me see if there's, hold on, let me see if I can find that graph first. Okay. So first off, here's Merida. Not Merida, Cog, you fucking moron. Merida. That's why there's the accent. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, exactly. I went to, don't worry about it. But yeah, exactly. I told Cisco about it when I was in Houston. He knew about it. Some people knew about it. The thing is, none of my friends told about it. Beardson knew about it. I told a couple people. Nick knew about it. I told him about it. He was like, for real? I was laughing. I was like, yeah, for real. Several of my good friends, Bake knew about it. We were laughing about it. I told Bake all about Merida when I was there in Tampa, and none of my friends told anybody. Big Tech knew. That's right, I told you. Several of my friends I told, because I thought it was pretty fucking cool, actually. And they didn't say shit. Honestly, that proved to me, once again, that I have a lot of good people around me, because I told several people, actually. I told Gersh, that's right, I'm Cali.
Jacuzzi sent $10 Killstream Cartel.
That's right, we talked about it. Gersh knew. And see, none of my boys told shit. They stayed extremely silent, unlike the last group of snakes I had around me, Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. But now we're going to talk about it, and now I get to do content. I'm not going to go IRL streaming or anything, but like showing some of the stuff around here. There's a lot of cool shit in the Yucatan, actually. I love this song also. Oh, did I mention that there is a world-class beach about 30 minutes away from Merida? I literally go there some days and eat breakfast. And sometimes after the show, not lately because I've been going later, we would drive out to the beach and have dinner on the beach for like ridiculous price. In the U.S., you'd have to take out a loan. Holy shit. Yeah, it's pretty much based here. I don't know how to say it. This is a picture I took. I think this was when I first came here. But this is in a place called Progresso. And let me see if there's another picture of the beach. I thought I had another pic. Where did that go? No. Oh, it's over here. Oh, yeah, here we go. That shows the beach a little bit better. That just kind of shows that's the beach walk or whatever the fuck it's called. They have a different name for it, but. Meow, I hear you, Cleo. There's the beach itself, if I can get that to go away. As you can see, pretty amazing. You can just go down there and rent one of those tables for like $3 or some shit.
Gersh sent $3. Hey everyone, it's me, your pal Gersh. I knew. Real.
Real. That's real. He actually did. That's not a joke. Gersh knew. Yeah, it's cozy. Like I said, it would be like $25 to rent one in the US.
Frank sent $3. Started off a dog shit year, but you ripped all these faggots apart.
Yeah, it's been pretty grand. Other than a few speed bumps, here at the end. But I feel like, I kind of just rolling over those. But yeah, like I remember we rented some little pitiful, like 2, like reclining chairs. I don't even think it had an umbrella, and it was like it literally was like 40. I don't know. It was something insane in Jacksonville. It was like $40 or something. I don't know. It was something crazy. It was literally crazy. And we rented 2 of those, a fucking umbrella, and they wait on you hand and foot, bringing your drinks back, literally for like, I swear it's like $3. So, yeah, and Cisco lives in Houston. There's like direct flights back and forth, and also direct flights to Tampa and Miami. So, like, I can easily hop back and forth to the States. Guess what? Cancun? Do you know that Cancun is 3.5 hours away from where I live? So that also I'm within shot of Cancun. Very easy shot. I haven't actually drove over there yet, but it's only 3.5 hours away. So I can easily go to Cancun, and the Cancun airport is Merida's airport's nice, but the Cancun airport is a true mega airport, and it has direct flights all over the United States, including to Vegas and everywhere you can imagine they have direct flights to. So actually, I'm amazingly well connected to the United States where I'm at right now. And so that's why when I was reading just the insanity that I was getting posted after it came out, and it's like, these people don't really know what they're talking about. Black Swan says the funniest thing is the A-logs won't believe now that you said where you live. Well, see, Swan knew too. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time because I'm really that hype about living here. Yeah.
Adol Wolf sent $3. I hope you had a good Christmas.
I did.
God bless you, friend. Just replaced the battery in my car for the winter. Thought to myself that Ralph was having a blast in Mexico in the sun. How will you ever recover, lol? It's only loyalty first, sir, smile.
It was literally 70 degrees here yesterday. We were at the beach just last week. Just last week, we were there kicking it. And spent a whole day at the beach. What day was that? I fucking forgot now.
Davidson, $3. Are you learning Spanish now?
Well,
seems somewhat easy to pick up.
If I'm being truthful, I haven't learned much Spanish. I'm going to be honest. Now, I will say that Google Translate is a great friend of mine and has helped me. Man, now I'm thinking about that. I'm supposed to. Oh, fuck. Made me think about something. What is this guy saying? Google Translate is very much your friend. Okay, let's see. Okay. Anyway, I'll get back to that. The audio mode's great. Also, just going back and forth in apps. I was supposed to follow up on something right there. That made me think about that, actually. That's what completely threw me off. Let's see. Let me finish that to them. Oh my goodness. I hate the Apple keyboard, by the way. They keep following up with me. I'm waiting for somebody else. It's a game of telephone here. Don't get into it. Don't want to give any more info. Go ahead.
Christmas is over and it was real good sent $10 now. It's New Year shit, boy. This is the only TTS Ralph can't even understand anymore.
So there's Progresso. Let me show you the level of intelligence of a Kiwi farmer, your average Kiwi farmer. Now, I'm wondering if somebody in the chat can explain this. A true, you know, I know a little bit, not that much. Though. Economics not necessarily my forte. I mean, I'm not a complete moron, but also not my focus, really. It never has been. Politics, history, stuff like that. It's the stuff that I enjoy. But, like I said, I do know a little bit. Enough to know... Hold on, let me find the controls. Fuck, I don't even know where they are. You know what? Just turn it up. Did you know we're streaming on D Live right now? What? Are you kidding me? Why? I don't know. I'll tell that too here in a minute. All right, thank you.
Anonymous sent $3. We will drive around honking our horns relentlessly until we find you. We have to know Ethan. What else are we to do but follow your every move?
They probably will try that, actually.
Anon sent $5. 2 books I can't recommend more highly to learn Spanish are Easy and Complete Spanish Step by Step by Barbara Bregstein. They're amazing.
I'm actually going to fucking put that in my notes. I really am going to learn Spanish. I haven't had time, and I really haven't wanted to, like... It's like when I throw myself into it, I want to actually take it seriously and do the studying and stuff, and not just like, okay, I'm going to look at my app for 5 minutes or whatever. Like, I need to take actual classes and take it seriously, or it's never going to work. So that's why I haven't. I'm going to get the Duolingo and learn it. No, I'm not. That's not going to work. I just know myself well enough to know. That'll work for like a week, and then I'll stop doing it. And that'll be that. So, yeah, I know. And I'll talk about the D Live thing. Actually, I went over there, and they said that everybody was getting unbanned. Damn, somebody just tossed a ninja sled. Yeah, if you have some extra. I went over there and gave away a bunch of my lemon, actually. And then Pay said I gave her a ninjet or some shit. And then she's like, they've unbanned. They had already unbanned me. But then I was like, did they remonetize people? I saw, it looked like they remonetized most everybody. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to do a test stream just to see if they remonetize me. And sure enough, on the test stream, and also I just wanted to do like a little secret kind of, I never get the ability to do anything like that anymore. I put out the podcast version of it on Telegram. No, Jim didn't believe it because Jim's one of those guys who's tries to act smarter than the room, and he's actually the lowest common denominator. And always sticks his finger in the wind like this before he makes a comment. But yeah, it was pretty obvious I was in Mexico the whole time.
You're gay. If you haven't sent $3, I wanted to learn Russian, so I set my locale settings on my PC and all my favorite websites to be viewed in Russian. Immersing yourself in it forces yourself to learn it. I know a good bit now.
Yeah, I have gotten... Well, their ESPN and stuff is so different that I'm just like, I have to get frustrated. I have to change it back. You know, they do have a version of the ESPN that's for the U.S., but it's written in Spanish. I should probably start trying to use that, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm thinking D-Live must have new owners. Because they remonetized me. I don't know why. Then I was like, well, they restored Wooza. Somebody told me they restored Baked Alaska, too. I don't know if that's been proven. So I was like, well, if they're restoring everybody, I saw Wooza restreaming over there. And I was like, well, I hope they pay the money they owe to, I don't know if they ever paid out Nick, etc. I think there is a couple things they could do to maybe really get some positive things going on, quite honestly. I don't know how much it is they owe him. Maybe they could, somebody said they need the cash. They might not have the money to pay him. The new owners, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's in the coffers or whatever. But, I was talking to this old guy who was streaming on there this weekend. And I was like, yeah, man, they're bringing everybody back.
Davidson $3. What city or state would you compare Merida to be like?
I don't know. I'd probably have to think about that. I mean, it's Gulf weather, so it's like, and it's really close to the ocean, so it's kind of like tropical. So there really isn't necessarily, maybe Florida, I guess, in terms of like the weather. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. It's really safe though. I'll play a video package or something here later, but it's like extremely safe. I've never once witnessed any violence here whatsoever. All these people talking about Mexico is dangerous. The Yucatan Peninsula is not dangerous at all. Not only is it not dangerous, it's super peaceful. I've never seen any aggression or anybody like get punched in the face or even little small shit like that. Like none. Not at all. Somebody mentioned African Americans or blacks at all. There's like zero. So you do see some blacks every once in a while at like the airport or here and there, you know, at some of the bigger places. But you don't, there's like almost no black people here. Yeah. And then also downtown in Centro, you'll see a lot of, well, I don't know about a lot, but a good number of white people there in Centro. Most of the time they tend to live in the Centro area, but you can live anywhere around town. But yeah, there's almost no black people in Merida. Not Merida, Cog, Merida. So yeah, that's not, no, it's not like I'm vacationing in New York. No, not at all. Now there are, it's majority, it's not, you'll be a minority here, but like I've never even, of course, I'm just hanging with my own family, doing my own thing. And, we go out and do stuff as a family. It's fine. It's
Frank
like
sent $3. I've heard warm heat is good for AIDS. Do you have a room for gin?
Safer than Memphis. Are you kidding me? It's literally maybe 1,000 times safer than Memphis, Tennessee. Not a joke. Not a joke. Let me finally read this, by the way. I sent Jim that super chat in pesos, which I don't know if they understand that I paid in dollars and I just let it go through in Mexican pesos. I turned my VPN off so it would show up as YouTube Mexico. And then it let me pay with my US card in Mexican pesos. And I did that just for the joke.
Gersh sent $3. Okay, maybe Terry Snow Black and it's safe and warm, but what about the rainbow flags and LGBTQ plus representation, and most importantly, does it have a Holocaust museum?
Yeah, they don't really do any of that here. Yeah, they don't really have that here. I mean, I'm assuming there is some kind of gay community maybe somewhere, but like you'd be hard pressed to find it. You'd have to go out looking for it, right? Like I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're there, right? But like, you're not gonna be hearing about it too often. El Holocausto? No, I've never heard about that at all. At all. And like I said, people only ever been friendly to me. I've had one or two people maybe at a store who were indifferent or something, when I was trying to get help, but they're mostly mega friendly.
Gianni has sent $10. He hope you had a great Feliz Navidad el Señor Ralph. Viva la raza.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Like I said, for the most part, they're extremely glad you're here, really. I mean, they see people like me as adding to the economy. I'm not working in Mexico. I don't take their job or anything, right? Like, so I sent this in pesos, in dollars. I paid in dollars, had it transferred into pesos just for the joke. And this person on Kiwi Farms goes, "We know he's paying in pesos. That's what he sent Jim yesterday in a super chat. No more gringo dollars for him." By the way, I don't know if people understand this. I'm not getting paid in pesos. I'm still getting paid in dollars. You see the dollars coming in. What are you talking about? So my purchasing power is actually, yeah, there's U.S. banks here. There's Mexican banks too. And I'm not sure if you know this, you can get U.S. dollars transferred over into pesos. Or you can just use your credit cards. Capital One doesn't have any international transaction fees at all. There's some ATMs that actually give out U.S. dollars here, too. I mean, they're hard to find, but they do have them. So, no. I don't get paid in pesos. Mexico is lit. There's a ton of, I don't know if people understand, Mexico is huge, by the way. And there's a lot of different, you know, I was looking at Acapulco. I've looked at a lot of different places to live around here. Like, there's a ton. Mexico City itself, like, there's a lot of smaller, you could live cheaper than Merida, by the way. There's cheaper places to live that are still safe. But this is still, you know, like I said, I like this spot strategically, actually. And it's just really nice, really safe. It's good for a family. Giga, thank you, brother.
Hail Gribble sent $3 with all due respect. Ponce looks Mexican enough that the locals would treat her and by extension you as such.
She does not look Mexican.
PPP donated 3 pesos and has not sent $3.
Thank you for that. I will say that if she got a little more tanned, she's got the Dago in her. I don't think she looks Mexican. What?
Geekstram News, you heard it here first. Sent $10. Leaked audio of the first dialogue finding Ralph at his new digs.
Oh shit.
I'm fucking ready to fucking commit
She can
some
get pretty
crimes
dark
out
though
here
if she
in
gets some
Mexico.
sun.
Fucking rape somebody, murder somebody. I'm gonna fucking molest some
fuck?
kids. I'm gonna fucking punch some women, man. Gonna fucking break some legs. Gonna fucking do cocaine and heroin. Gonna fucking have sex with a bunch of underage girls. Gonna fucking.
What the fuck is this? Eastbound. Is it really from Eastbound? I haven't even seen that whole season. I've seen the beginning of it. The first season is my favorite. You know, I found out those were fake titties. Somebody's told me they were stunt titties, where she finally takes her tits out in the car. And then I talked about this, I don't know, was it last year? And then somebody said those are stunt titties. Those weren't actually her tits. They brought in some stripper. Yeah. No, they are? They're stunt titties. That's what, yeah, they were just some stripper. That's terrible. The tits are still great. But it did take a lot away from it. I was like, really? Stunt tits? Yeah, I don't know why I thought they were real. How much for a house? Well, I mean, there's different prices depending on what you want to pay, but you can buy a very decent house for like $50,000. So, which is impossible in the United States, pretty much anywhere. So, about 50 grand, you'd be living very nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's not really a downside to living here, other than my Spanish is not tight where it needs to be. But I mean, that'll come, like I said, and it hasn't really, you know, in terms of, you know, being able to talk a lot of Spanish. Obviously, it takes it down, but it hasn't stopped me from doing anything, you know, like that I wanted to do, really.
Super Saiyan Trump sent $3. Are you looking forward to Cozy Rossi bringing home a boy who looks like Alana's boyfriend?
I don't think. I mean, my daughter is 9 months old. I don't really think that's something that I would even think about. Only a sick fucking pedophile like you would even consider something like that.
That Pete sent $3 el año del Ralph Amale.
Thank you. I do like how you worked in the second part of the joke though. It was fairly well crafted. I'll give you credit for that, but
Anonymous sent $10 because it's this time of year and we know that the Israel is Mexico's best ally.
These are difficult times for elderly Holocaust survivors.
It was well crafted though,
With
asshole.
no
I'll give you
food
that.
And no heat, they get weaker and more die every day.
I want you to see their faces. Look into their eyes that are haunted still by the memories of the past.
They desperately need our help now.
Not the holy season of Hanukkah.
And medicine during the holiday season of Hanukkah.
Holiday,
These
whatever.
are people who often have to go for days without food. This woman would die in a matter of days or weeks without our help.
God of Conquest 91 sent $3. Merry Christmas, Ralph.
Thank you.
I hope you had a great first Christmas with Rosie. Now I'll ask the question that's on everyone's mind. How is the food? What's your favorite local dish?
Well, I love Pastor actually, and already loved it before I got here. Pretty much everything is good. In my old neighborhood, surrounded by good food, and the new one surrounded by good food. There is good food everywhere here, and it's very cheap. You can eat like just big ass tortas for like $5. Big bottle Cokes are like 50 cents. Dollar max for the big water bottles are like 50 cents. Or they're like $2 in the US. Like everything, like just the regular shit. Well, yeah, you don't drink. I mean, you can drink the water. They don't have it. Like here, the water is safe, but I just don't drink it anyway. Most of the regular people don't drink it anyway. Especially if you're in a newer house with newer pipes, it should be fine. But I don't anyway. But water's very cheap, so it's like, it's not a huge expense like the US.
Stinkus Respector sent $10. Hell yeah, buddy, hell yeah.
Hey player, what you gonna get for Christmas? Yeah. What you gonna get that boy? Come on, come on, come on. What you gonna get for Christmas? Yeah. What you gonna get that boy?
What did Santa get Rosie? Well, she got several things, but she got this avocado guitar thing. She loves guacamole and avocado. So now she has like a avocado guitar that plays every time she hits it. Plays a little 6-string or whatever. But the food, like everything is cheaper. My rent is half price. I paid for a full year's worth of 8 gigabytes worth of data on a phone for $200 for a whole year. You can buy 2 years for $300.
Eldian sent $5. Merry Christmas, Ralph. Hope the three of you had a blessed Christmas yesterday. Just got in, but do you think you'll ever move back to the U.S.? 07 King.
I don't know. Maybe, maybe. I've thought about that. That's another thing that I was going to mention earlier, though. It's not like you can't move back anytime you want, right? Like,
Woogly Woogly sent $3. Mexican Coke bottles are the best iteration of Coke.
For sure. I mean, I think maybe, and maybe even likely at some point, but I'm not thinking anytime soon. I'm not thinking anytime soon. Quite frankly, I don't really have the desire to live in the United States, quite frankly, with all these psychopaths out there. It's just cheaper to live here. It's much nicer to live here. I mean, it's hard to overstate how much nicer it is to live here. The beach is right there. Like I said, Cancun is right there. My rent is half price. Less now, actually.
David
since I
sent
moved out of the
$3.
Airbnb.
Anything in the you missed that made you say, dang, I wish they had that here?
Certain electronics or certain things like that are a little more expensive here and there.
Frank sent $3. Now Jay hasn't got a man. Do you have a kennel?
Well, we could probably find her something, I'm sure. Might have to upgrade. I don't think Tug's the old one. I think she might need a bigger one than that. He was a pretty big dog, too, so. But like I said, cable, it's included with the Airbnb. Now it's like $60, $500 up, $500 down. Gas is a little more expensive, but that's about the only thing. Electronics here and there are a little more expensive.
Datbit sent $3. My hesitation to move my family to another country would be access to international schools.
I got good news for you.
Are there schools to send your daughter to where they teach in English?
I got good news for you because they have world-class international schools in Merida.
This song is disgusting. Sent $10. Nothing is sacred.
Yep, they have world-class international schools that teach in English and Spanish. That's another thing. I actually think my daughter is going to have a leg up in a lot of ways because she's going to be very fluent in Spanish from a very young age, like really fluent, living here in Mexico. And I think that's going to be a skill. Yeah, I mean, there's options. You could obviously homeschool too. I see somebody saying that in chat. But they have, what I'm saying is they have schools with, there's other international students there. I'm not sure if you if you understand what I'm saying. It's not, there's other, it's not like she would be the only white kid there or anything. Like it would be. There's foreigners who live here. Yeah, that's not really a thing here. Username. Also, Mexico is really built around the family, believe it or not. I know that might be hard to understand these days in America, but everywhere you go has a big, like that restaurant here. Let me see if I can show the picture that we were at. That we were at on Christmas Eve. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on, let me show you. First off, great. It's a stylized photo. Because I was fucking around with this app. They're like, Pantsu's using all the filters. It's like, no, it's me fucking around with this app called Lenza, bitch. It's not Pantsu doing shit. All right, let's stop because I want to talk.
Anonymous sent $3. Grow Hyper Takeover of Mexico LFG.
We should.
Frank sent $3 talking about schools. How's Rikita homeschooling working out in America?
Yeah.
Joey Jojo G-Star sent $3. Ralph went full Nazi mode and escaped to Mexico. Based.
Yeah, the more I looked into it, like I said, I don't know if I said this, but...
A Sunny D sent $5. I got that Ralphomania hype. Like 2 weeks away. Fuck Stein.
It's close. It's a little less than 3, I think. Something like that. Actually, it's about 3. Yeah, a little less than 3. It's close. But I was going to move. First off, let me finish what I was saying first. If you see this little area back here, first off, there's her stylized photo. But look at the area back in the back. That's a whole play area for your kids to just go and like hang out. And there's like games for them and stuff in there. There's like, I think there's a minder in there too. I'm not sure, but you can just let your kids go in there and play and do stuff. There's places like that at most big Ninos area. That's right. That's exactly what they call it too. Yep. Ninos area. That's right. And they'll have a little sign. It'll say Ninos area. Literally. Yeah. Yeah. They have those everywhere. They used to have those more in the U.S. They don't have them hardly anywhere now. Russian Race Car says Merida is a lovely city, relatively safer than other states. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's by far the safest city in Mexico. It's about the big cities, I mean. I don't know. I'm assuming there, might be a safer, like, smaller place here or there, but let's see. I'm looking through They do have a McDonald's here. I saw somebody mention McDonald's in chat. Actually, I like the Burger King better than the McDonald's. I might have to try the McDonald's again. It was good, but it was like almost like not quite there as far as McDonald's. Like it was like just not quite the same. I think they were just using a different kind of meat on that. It still tasted like McDonald's, but just like not quite. Still good. It's like, it's a little bit different from my McDonald's. The Burger King was spot on, and it was fucking delicious. The Burger King double Whopper that I got was fire. They have so many crazy Burger King. Oh my God. They have like crazy Burger King. Crazy Burger King Whoppers. The Doritos, they have all kinds of, I don't have them on me now, but I've been eating them the whole time. There's a Doritos blend here called Pizzeria, and it's in a green bag, and it's by far the best. It's better than any Dorito sold in the United States. I don't know why they don't sell it there. I have no clue, but it's so good.
LDN sent $3. No Jews, little to no blacks, mucho white expats, and no fag propaganda? Sign me up.
Well, you know, I didn't put it quite like that, but it's very nice. It's very nice down here in Merida.
Anonymous sent $19.99. Have you seen any pit bulls or other dogs that kill people?
Pit bulls, one or two. What you will find is there are pack dogs here.
Algrible sent $3. Vamos al el 14 de enero en Woodbury,
right.
New Jersey.
Right.
Boletos a la venta en kickstream.live/Ralfamania.
That's right. I will say that you'll find that there are like wild pack dogs. And they don't really pose a threat to humans, but they roll around in packs like Lady and the Tramp, you know what I mean? And they live on the streets and they roll together. There are independent wild dogs a lot of places. Now, sometimes you won't see them as much till at night. Like my old neighborhood, you didn't see them as much until at night. They won't really fuck with people, though. You know, if you just, you know, a dog is not usually going to fucking try to attack a person unless you were coming after it. I've not seen that. That would probably be a minor. That'd probably be a minor worry here and there, but it is something that you don't. And cats have some places like that too, where there's just a ton, like wild cats, kind of, or even cats that live in people's houses. You know, they are pretty freak. Mine don't. You know, I still keep mine inside, but yeah, that is a little bit different. Yeah, dogs don't scare me. I mean. Been to any cockfight? I believe cockfighting's actually banned in the Yucatan recently. I don't know. I have to double check on that, but I think I looked that up. Not because I was going to engage in it, by the way. But we were talking about it. I was like, I don't even know. Is that legal here? I think they made it illegal. Not that long ago, though, I don't think, from what I recall. I think it's only legal in like one or two Mexican states. I do not believe the Yucatan is one of those. I don't think it's one of those states. But as far as pit bulls, no, I mean, I've seen one or two, but I've seen way more pit bulls in the United States. Go to Richmond, I've seen pit bulls everywhere. So anything like on that level, no. Are they here? Yeah, I mean, they're here, but it's not like, I would say there's more in the U.S.
The Stoke sent $5. Have you ever been to Eastern Europe? Or in other words, have you ever been to a white country?
Have I been to Eastern Europe? No. So I guess that would be the answer. One of my friends is trying to sell me on going to Poland. But man, I just haven't, no. But I have thought about it a little bit. Poland. And then where was the other? I thought about going to, I mean, Austria, that would count. They're still majority white, right? I thought about going to Vienna. Does that still count? What do you think, Cleo? Leo, what do you think? What? Meow? Go. Did you have a good Christmas? Go.
Anonymous sent $3. Where do I receive the NFT?
All right, I'll put you down. Thank you for coming over. Go.
Thank you for watching this clip. This is the CACA Loaf. Remember to like and subscribe.